how and on what moment? Ultimately, my response is I want to get you money right now, not 5 weeks from now, not 5 months from now, right now. And this recording, I'm going to show you how I can get you the money right now from first and second stimulus while you're waiting for that third stimulus check to come. I don't want you to be dependent upon that $1,400 stimulus check for individuals, $1,400 for adult dependents, $1,400 for children, or $2,800 for married couples. But in this recording, I'm going to show you all the items you get in the third stimulus package, but I'm also going to show you the money you can get right now. And let's get right to it. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Also, like this video. And if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. Purple Power Hawk or Calcino VIP. In the description to this video, you're going to see a page that's a link that says community page. It also appears at the top of this chat. The community page I'll be referencing throughout this video. It refers to the community on news.lalate.com/community. All right, let's get right to the details. The first stimulus package had a check of $1,200, and some viewers have never gotten that check. They have also never gotten the second stimulus check of $600, and they have also not gotten that check as well. And they have watched the recordings of this channel and know they're eligible for the check but haven't received it. So what do? What you do is you file a tax return. Every American citizen is allowed to file a tax return. Now, if you're on SSI or SSDI or Social Security or Railroad benefits, you may not file tax returns because you're not required to, but you can still voluntarily file a tax return. One viewer earlier today said, LA, please tell all of your viewers, do exactly what you told me to do. I got my stimulus checks in just a few days. She went to an online tax preparer in person, filled out the form, sent her tax return in for 2020, and got paid $1,800 in back unpaid stimulus checks right away. Go do it. It's very simple. You can also do it yourself on irs.gov. They have a free online tool to file your 2020 tax return that helps you do it to get that stimulus check. One fallacy I want to address, because I've seen it here and there and there and here, is that if you're missing a stimulus check, you cannot do a non-filer filing to get that missing stimulus check. You have to file a tax return. All right, next thing. First stimulus package. What else is happening? Some good news across the board. There is money from the first stimulus package and money from the second stimulus package and money from nonprofits available for rent and utilities. Don't wait around. Go get it. So where do you get it? I'm going to explain it to you shortly. Take some notes. And then if you do this and it doesn't work out for you, then reach out to the volunteers. I'll explain that to you in a second as well. You're first going to reach out to your state offices, and then state housing authority, then city housing authority and city hall, then county housing authority and county hall. You're going to be asking for rent assistance. You don't want to add words. You don't want to say rent assistance for people with blue hair. Don't want to do that. A rent assistance for people who like $12 ice cream. Don't do that. No. You want to simply say rent assistance, and don't use complicated words. Don't use grant, stimulus. Just say I need rent assistance because of COVID. It's as simple as that. And they will direct you to where you get it. That's the first thing. Number two, understand they have the money. This is not November and December. This was not the first round of Pete Purple where states were running out of money, cities running out of money, do have it, don't have it, do it. They have it now. $300 billion was given to state and cities. They have it now. So the good news is that everyone has it. There was a time in which I would have people sort of jump in the chat and say, is there money? Answer is yes. Well, there's no, the answer is yes. Everything's a big old Y-E-S. Yes. Next. Utilities. Same thing. Just reach out to the utility companies. I need assistance with utilities. They need assistance with utilities because of COVID. Very, very, very simple. I've gotten viewers somewhere between $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 for rent. I've gotten viewers anywhere from about $500 to $2,000 for utilities. Now, one of the common questions I'm getting recently is I heard in the third stimulus package that rent is, well, before I continue, you probably heard correctly. This is not the third stimulus package. This is the first and the second. So it did things a little differently. Don't take yourself out of the equation because I'm not behind on my rent. Just go do it. Finally, nonprofits. Nonprofits are helping with rent, utilities, and more. Get that pen and paper ready. I want to get you money right now, not 5 weeks from now, not 5 months from now. I'm fighting to get you money right now. Here they are: Catholic Charities, Community Action, St. Vincent de Paul, United Way, Salvation Army. If you're watching this video and anything goes too fast, you can always take the toggle at the bottom of the screen and pull it back and rewind it a little bit. St. Vincent de Paul, Catholic Charities, United Way, Salvation Army. And there you go. Now, if you've done all that and you hit a brick wall, or you're not good, or you're senior, or don't understand how to use a telephone, or don't have, just not good at things, then reach out to the volunteers. They're wonderful. They're viewers like me. Well, no, they're not viewers like me because I can't watch myself. Well, I guess I do watch myself, but no, I'm not a congressman. I don't look in the mirror and say, "I love you. You love me." No, I don't do that. They're viewers like you. They watch the show and they're volunteers. And when you reach out to them, you say, I need assistance with rent, and I live in this city and county. Always say where you live. I live in this city in this county. Um, and I need assistance with rent or utilities or food. They can't help you bake a casserole. So every now and then someone contacts a volunteer with a peculiar request that's not covered on this channel. Can you, install Windows 95 on my computer for me? Like, this is not, that's the wrong channel. You're tuning into the wrong channel. Can you tell me how to make $12 ice cream? No. Can you get me VIP tickets to the Casino? No. Only LA has those. So there's always some ratings thing out there. But there you go. All right. Second stimulus has more money for you in there as well. It's the PPP. If you had a Schedule C in your 2019 tax return, I think it's 19, you can go get a PPP. A PPP starts as a loan but turns into a grant. It's wonderful. How do you get it? Where do you do it? What documents you got to do? Now and then, I have a viewer who thinks that they need to know everything about PPP before they start. No, you don't. You reach out to the online banks because you do not apply for it directly with SBA. You apply through online banks or your local bank. Fundera, Cabbage, and you say, "Hi, I want to apply for PPP." The application will guide you through the steps, and then they'll ask you for documents. We need this document and that document, this document, document. Very, 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 it can't be any easier than it is. So don't worry because it actually guides you through and says, I need this document, I need that document. And it's that basic. PPPs are being paid relatively at a moderate speed because of some backlogs, but they have a lot of money for it. So don't worry about that. Second stimulus. I get people asking about that internet. Can you give me that internet? I don't know where it is, but the volunteers may know it. I think Carmen Sandiego is looking for it. I think I think Where in the World Is That Internet is like a new show for Carmen Sandiego. I think she's looking for it. She has that hat on and she's looking to the side and she's like, internet. Rita, how are you with the winged lemon? The winged lemon. Carmen has that hat to the side and she's like, internet, there it is. I found it. Brother Joshua said, we found it. There we go. So maybe Brother Joshua knows where it is. All right, so next. That is second stimulus. Oh, I forgot some little tidbit, just a little $10,000 tidbit. People are being paid the remainder of their $10,000 EIDL grant. Oh my God, finally. People are being paid the remainder of their $10,000 EIDL grant from 2020, and not just people in low-income based communities. SBA.gov will send you an email saying, "Hi, you want the remainder of your $10,000 grant?" Well, of course I do. Yeah, duh. Yeah, do I want $10,000? Yes, of course. Now understand that the EIDL grant is yours whether um, you had any problem with the loan. So if you got denied for the loan, had bad credit for the loan, did get the loan, didn't get the loan, who cares? It has nothing to do with the grant. So super, super duper right there. Very, very easy. Easy breezy. Next, if you need an EIDL loan right now, go get it. I detailed EIDL throughout December and all the way through January, and I had a lot of viewers get the EIDL. Please go get an EIDL if you need it right now. It's SBA.gov. It pays out within about 48 hours. It's that quick. It's all electronic. If you have a Schedule C, you would and want it, go get it. Um, Nothing has to be paid back in the first year. It's based upon cost of goods sold on your tax return, gross revenue. It's very straightforward. It's very, very helpful. And it may be peace of mind. If you did Uber and Lyft, let's say you made $8,000, and you know your cost of goods sold was zero, you will get a $4,000 EIDL in 24 hours. It'll be simple as that. I've done it. I've gotten viewers. I think, God, how much have I got? I can't even remember now. I think like $35 million in EIDL loans. I think I've gotten about 30 to $45 million in EIDL loans. So it's very straightforward. Please do not reach out to a volunteer and ask them to fill out an application for you. The reason there are videos on this channel is I go through how to do these things for you. So watch EIDL and Overnight to LA to explain how to fill out the application. All right, now we're covered into second stimulus. The second stimulus package also has a new round of EIDL for agricultural and low income that has not gone live, but expect that to come live. All right, let's go into third stimulus. Now, this is where there's things that are in a bill but are not law yet. So let me go over all the items of the third stimulus package. But first, at the 12-minute mark, let me give the big update. It's 470 people in the room and 255 likes. The big update tonight is reaction. Reaction from Wall Street to these incredible numbers earlier today. Many think it's caused by stimulus. The consumer spending number released this morning showed consumer spending through the roof compared to December, and they think it's because of stimulus. When you think about the additional stimulus that could affect the average consumer with the CARES Act 1 and the round of checks, at this point we really feel strong that additional stimulus will go directly to the economy, says Cliff Hodge, Chief Investment Officer at Cornerstone Wealth. So this is great news. I think it's a reflective of the economic conditions, which is why other financial assets aren't taking it too badly, said Jim Caron, head of macro strategy at Morgan Stanley. Goldman Sachs has raised growth numbers to 6% from 5, but Morgan has it at 7.5. So there you go. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to this video. Thank you for the couple hundred people that subscribed today. Get in going again. We're trying to reach 100 million views, so make sure we do it. We're at 99 million views at the end of the 9th month. So let's get it going. People saying, you look really tired. You look really fat. You look really awful. Hey Don, thank you for the dancing pair. I'm in a peculiar filming angle because we're getting ready for the new LA. So the camera is below me. It's like literally, you see the camera? It's like below me. It's literally, I'm like doing this, so I'm like bending over so you can see the camera angle. I can barely move my legs because if I move my legs, I will knock over half of the set. The new LA will be more than just a new potted plant. It will be more than a new potted plant. So yeah, if someone's saying you have 5 chins, what happened to you? You need to go to bed. I see the wrinkles on your eyes. I do too. It's called bad camera angle. Have you ever watched the Kardashians? It actually is true. It's not made up. It's called bad camera angle, bad lighting. You may see a light over there, but all the other lights make no sense because they're just literally, in disarray at the moment. But you'd be very proud of how much I do between a morning show and an afternoon show. I literally, reinvent the wheel. So, so to those people who say, you have five chins, you need to go to bed. Well, no, I got two more shows to type. So there you go. All right, let's get to third stimulus. Third stimulus. We got your good set. Is it bad set? Uh, gee, whoever say. Third stimulus. Let me go over all the items in the third stimulus package. First, $1,400 stimulus check. Everyone. Everyone gets $1,400. Your sister, your brother, your uncle, your nephew, adult dependents, minor dependents, everyone gets $1,400. Individual, adult dependents, married couple, double it, and children, $1,400. Okay, got that done. Let's do, hey, Jenny, for that no OOMB. Thank you. Next, the children. The children, they get a lot of stuff, the children. The children, 5 to newborn, get $1,400 stimulus check and $3,600 on top of that. Someone in the video before this said they had missed a lot of videos. I hope that person jumped to this video because this is the one I'm going to explain it. I don't see her yet. So oh, there it is. Okay, so here we go. This is how it's going to work. $1,400 stimulus check and then $3,600 on top of that. Now, the $1,400 stimulus check, you all know when the stimulus check comes. It comes, a few days after they've signed the bill. When does the $3,600 come? And what is the $3,600 for? The $3,600 is for next year, but it's being paid by IRS a year early in installment payments of $300 per month starting the month of July. Now, I know you're going to say, that's wacko. I know it's wacko. It doesn't make any sense, but it's wonderful. So just don't tell anyone because it just makes no sense. I've never heard anything so crazy in my life. It is crazy, but that's the way they're doing it. $300 a month for every child 5 years or younger starting in July. $300 a month starting in July. For 1 year, that's $3,600. If the child is 17 to 6, $250 a month, which comes to $3,000. That's per child. So if you have 7 kids under the age of 5 and have been very busy in the bedroom, you're going to get $35,000. That's $5,000 per kid times 5. That's $5,000 kid times 7. Now, ultimately, the $1,400 stimulus check may have the limit on how many dependents are in this are allowed, but that's based. But the $3,600 has no limit on the number of children. That's that item. Okay, the next one, paid sick leave. You can get $1,400 as a stimulus check, and you can get paid sick leave. Paid sick leave requires you to be a working person. You have to have a job. So the concept of paid sick leave is you had to leave work and stay at home to take care of one of 4 people. Either yourself, because you have the quarantine, or yourself, because you have COVID, or your household member that they have COVID, or your child who has to stay home because the school is closed. Remember, the school is closed. I can get you like 9 things for that. If the school is closed, you're also getting SNAP PBET on top of that. That's like a whole other video unto itself. If that kid's school is closed, boy, and you're an essential worker, you're going to clean up. You're going to get thousands of dollars you're going to get 20 different things. I mean, let me just tell you what it is. If you're an essential worker and your kid's school is closed, you get hazard pay, you get you get the stimulus check, you get SNAP, you get PBET for the child, you get the paid sick leave. I mean, I just did 6 items right there. I mean, it's a lot of money. It's a fortune of money you get. Next, a college student will get $1,700 of financial aid plus $1,400. After that, essential workers. Essential workers will get $1,400 stimulus check plus $1,500 earned income tax credit. Now, this one is not a check, and this one appears on the tax return next year. So it's not as particularly as fair as the children. Hopefully they modify this one. I don't like this one. Uh, that is for essential workers who make less than $25,000 a year. So that would exclude the bigger essential workers who are hoping for hazard pay. And how's hazard pay calculated? We don't know. Is SSI and SSDI in this? No. Is SSI and SSI in a bill that was written by Warren and Schumer in March 2020 that can be reintroduced to the Senate any moment? Yes, it can. All right, now we turn to businesses. Businesses have a few things. They have a $5,000 EIDL grant. They have a new round of PPP. And then they have a strange sort of things that we've been promised that we have not seen. There was supposed to be a loan to go start a new business. We have not seen that and more. And there you go. Those are the major courses of items in the third stimulus package. There's also rent, utilities, food, internet, childcare. So everyone on this channel qualifies for those last five. And with that, let me answer some of your 2,000 questions and comments from yesterday's recording. James Kennedy. Just recall our government. Obviously, they don't care about us. Horton Williams. When are we going to get the $1,400 stimulus check? Soon or never come up with a date. Hey, Darlene. Thank you for becoming a Purple Hawk. Everyone, welcome Darlene to the family. People, I got a comment from someone about this on social media between recordings. The person asked me, when are they calling it for a vote? And I said, in the House on February 22nd, no later, is what they've indicated as in the bill. And then they said, well, then what? I said, well, that's the Senate. Well, what date is the president signing the bill? That's not how the United States works. There is nothing in the United States where we know the exact date a president signs a bill. Let me explain it to you. Nancy and Chuck, Chuck and Liz introduced that bill for eviction for student loan debt forgiveness 2 weeks ago. They've not called it for a vote, so it's not set up for a vote. But let's say they called it for a vote today. Well, when does the president sign it? There is nothing under the law that says the moment a bill is introduced, the president must sign it within 7 days. So I think some people are not. I think some people are looking for a rule. There is no rule. To make it answered that way. No one is getting anything. They've been saying next week for months. Jacob. A 1 to 5 on donut level is, where would you put that, with 5 being the highest of negativity? No one's getting anything. They've been saying next week for months. I'm sick of it. 1 to 5, what donut level would you put that one at? 5, says Golden. Someone laughed. 5, says Joshua. Marie says 5. Margaret says 5. Colleen says diet. Patricia has 5 donuts. Purple Pie. Yaya has like 10 donuts. Margaret has 30 donuts. That's just, you gotta stay positive, folks. You gotta stay positive. There's a process these things take. It is a 10. It's King Reno. It's off the Richter scale. Donald Graham. Stimulus for adult dependents are missing from the first and second stimulus check. They are. And they're owed those retro checks. Joanne Anderson. Purple LLA and Purple Power Family, I hope that they pass the Social Security raise. Our country needs that. People on Social Security have a hard time making it. I hope they do it after they pay the bills. I don't have any funds left to do anything. I hope so too. Absolutely. Drake, our government's a joke. James Ernest, how many American people believe they're playing head games with us? Silver Eagle, we don't know what's going on with them. It's been almost a year, and we hear we're going to do this and that. They're going to do it. Come on. They got to do it right. They don't need to keep on sending money to foreign country. David Collins, and yes, please, if you have a moment, explain about the people that's on SSI and SSDI. I think I did throughout every single video today. I really brought SSI and SSDI back into the mix. Mention as often as I can in every single video, but I'll mention again. Elizabeth Warren wrote the SSDI bill that you're all talking about. She wrote the bill that has the $200 a month for 12 months, that has the 20% increase approximate, that has the new benchmark. She wrote the bill. It was introduced to the Senate in March of last year. All she has to do is take the bill and reintroduce the Senate with Chuck and call it for a vote. It's done. Then it goes to the Senate, the House, it'll be done, and then lands on the president's table. And as I said earlier today, he'll be toast. The toast will be toasting, and I'll be referring to Joe Biden if he doesn't sign the bill. It's that simple. It's literally that simple. Um, Chrissy, what about the extra $200 a month? Tammy, can you please explain to something? Can you please explain how to get something that's going on the $200 as promised? I receive $790.83 a month, um, uh, and so there you go. That is the way you would get the $200 a month. Easiest that I see it. There's other ways to do it. There's other ways to do it. So Elizabeth Warren could hold up the third stimulus package and put it in there. Not hold up the passage of it, but argue for its insertion. But I think the standalone bill is the easiest way. I really, really do. And with 26 minutes on the clock, let me answer your questions. Do you like it with vanilla ice cream, Rhonda? Rhonda, do you like it with vanilla ice cream? Someone just said. If you have any questions or comments, drop them on the screen. I'll be happy to answer them right now. First stimulus, second stimulus, third stimulus. Some viewers had great questions today. Really, really sophisticated questions. I love them. Get the likes up for 423 likes and 690 in the room. Let's get to 1,000, and I don't know if we'll get to 1,000. We have 3 minutes left. Hey Renee, thank you for the winged lemon. I appreciate it. Any questions you have? How do I qualify for childcare? Are they taking from my husband for a while? How do you qualify for childcare if your children are taken from your husband? Well, the IRS needs to know where the children are and that the children exist. So the number one question about this child tax credit is whether the IRS knows they exist. And if you're filing tax returns and they're on your tax returns, then they know they're with you or on your tax return. If your husband's filing the tax return and they're on his, then they may flow to him. Could this bill be delayed after the 22nd? In the House, no. I mean, the way that the writers of the bill have represented is that the bill has to be voted on in the House by the 22nd. That is what they've represented. Do you think they'll let FPUC, LA, do you think they'll let FPUC expire again? I think they will. I don't want to be negative about it. I think they will. And I think that's what Ron Wyden's saying. Will the $1,700 come with the $1,400? It will. Everything I was talking about, 5,000 plus 4, those are all pluses that I was talking about. I think FPUC and UI will expire in August again. I think I see a big problem. I see, and I think, and then the reason why I feel about it is because if I have not pulled their schedule, but they always go on vacation in August. I just sense they're going to let it slide again. How can I reach out to the volunteers page? Oh, so the volunteers page is in the pinned comment to this video and also at the top of the chat. It's news.la.com/community. It has a series of cats at the top of the page. You reach out to them. They're separated from Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. They can help you with rent, utilities, and food. Reach out to them by starting by listing the name and city and county city and state you're in. Be respectful because some of them have been in this this power outage situation in the Midwest. So give them some time. Are they going by the 2019 taxes for everything again? No, they aren't. They're doing sort of a mixture. If my daughter's 17 already, will she get the benefits? If she's 17, she gets the $3,000 for the child tax credit. And if she's a college student at age 17, she'll get the $1,700 as well. I didn't think of that permutation. I guess some college students are 17 in some cases. Oh, thank you, Ashley. I appreciate it. You hear that Texas is doing now without water. I've heard Texas is running out of a lot of utilities. Mortgage assistance. Anything else about mortgage assistance? No, mortgage assistance has been this sort of quiet arm of the third stimulus package. I might be able to find something on it. I've been sort of behind for obvious reasons on any more sort of micro issues. Um, but I haven't heard anything yet about the mortgage assistance. I will say this. This was to make very, very clear. The mortgage assistance is money and it's for private and federally backed mortgages. So it's money to help pay your mortgage. So it's as simple as that. I don't know the amount. I don't know how much you can get. I think it may. I'm guessing that it may require you to be behind on your mortgage because a lot of the language of the red section of the third stimulus package requires you to be behind on stuff, but I'm really not sure yet. Remember, take these videos. So, are they doing the $3,000 tax credit for the 17-year-olds? Payments like kids? Yes, yes. So 17-year-olds will get the. It won't come to the kids; it'll go to the parents. But the $3,000 will be paid as $250 per month, starting in the month of July. This month of July. And there you are with oh, I did my taxes last week. I didn't get my tax credit for my 17-year-old. So let me make this clear because this is a little confusing and I understand why it's confusing to some viewers. The $3,000 and the $3,600 for the child is in reference to next year's tax return. It's not the tax return you're filing this month. It's next year's tax return. They're paying it as a check ahead of time to you. I know it sounds totally bizarre. Hey Amber, how are you? Thank you for coming to Purple Hawk. I know it sounds totally bizarre, but if you just filed a tax return a few days ago and you're like, what is this thing LLA's talking about? $3,000, $3,600. Don't worry. This is for next year, but they paying it ahead of time starting in July. I can't I can't make it any more clear than that because it doesn't make any sense. I've never seen IRS ever pay anything prepaid to people, but that's how they're doing it. $3,000 or $3,600. With 33 minutes on the clock, the big update as you start the evening is that Wall Street is dealing with the economic news, and more economic news is coming tomorrow morning. It's the unemployment numbers. Let's see where they land. It's 760, 750, 780. Let's see where it lands. But the big number may be the continuing unemployment number. There's 20 million people unemployed in the country, but 40% of them are long-term unemployed. You want to see if that number goes up? The record is 46% during the Great Recession, or if it stabilizes. It's a big question, and I'll have it for you tomorrow morning. But first, join me tonight on Hazard Pay at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Learn what's an essential worker. Learn if you qualify for Hazard Pay. It's a fun show. It's a tape show, but with a live chat. Also, join me overnight at 1 a.m. with EIDL, FPUC, and finally, early mornings LA at 3 and 3:30. If you've missed any shows this afternoon, don't go watch them. Afternoon Check had two shows, Check and Third Stimulus. If you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Also, like this video. 561 likes, 750 in the room. Also, consider becoming a member. Purple Power, Calcino VIP, or Purple Hawk. Stay informed, stay focused, and have a great evening.